Hey, well, back tuning into today's video doing the weekend forecast today, having a detailed look at the weather the next 7 days. I'll warn you now, if you want cold and snowy conditions, well, it's a case of look away now, because the charts for the coming week are just about as bad as it gets for cold weather. In fact, I think we'll be breaking records by the time we get through to the middle part of the week, with some exceptionally, possibly record-breakingly warm air being dragged up out of the tropical Atlantic. We could well be seeing temperatures up to at least 14, 15 degrees, possibly higher. I wouldn't be surprised to see 16 degrees, 61 Fahrenheit, which is more like the sort of temperature you would expect in May than December. So it really is going to be a very unusual week's weather coming up. There'll also be bands of rain, further rain, so I think we'll have to worry a little bit more about flooding, although potentially I don't think it'll be quite as wet as it has been earlier in the month, but there will be further rain round, of course, with the rivers so full, particularly across the northern England. It's not going to take much rain to get things flooding, so it will be a case on that of watching things on a day-by-day basis. Really. Well, before you get on with that, just to say about the ads at Gaz Weather. There's links to articles on our pages at Gaz Weather. So have browse the widgets and click through links if there's any articles that you're interested in. And thanks so much for doing that. There's video ads on most of the pages. They open out the content when you watch them and close back up again. That's how we pay for the website. Of course, Quiz Shop is open. You've still got time to do Quiz Shopping at Amazon. So all you have to do is click the button that says Quiz Shop, and then click through the Amazon banners, and you'll be able to go off to Amazon and do Quiz Shopping. That's all. You don't need to do anything different, because you go from Gaz Weather to Amazon, where you get a revenue fee on things that you're purchasing, and thanks very much for doing that. So, going to start off with the radar picture from theweatheroutlook.com. Find a link to Weather Outlook on the links page. So this is the current scenario, and it's a very wet one across the central swathe of the country. Scotland is mostly dry and on the colder side of things just at the moment, but it may be warming up later on in the week. The south is also mainly dry, very cloudy down there and drizzly, but then we've got this huge massive rain here from islands going through the Irish Sea into northern England, Wales, the Midlands, eastern England, and down into East Anglia as well. Now it's running some fairly cold air across Scotland, so on the leading edge there's a little bit of wintry conditions over the higher ground. This is the precipitation type forecast from the Weather Outlook. Green is sleet, pink is snow. You see there's a little bit of snow over tops of the Pennines. Also been some quite unusually across western parts of the island this morning. That's clearing through though now, and it is mainly rain. It is mainly a massive rain, as you can see. The sleet and snow is mostly over high ground. So here's the Arctic pressure chart. Is this a little area of low pressure running through across the country? This is weathercentral.d, by the way, on Weather Central on its page as well. It's that little area of low pressure that's running through the country, taking that massive rain, and it'll be clearing away eastwards into this evening. So a three-way split with the weather today. Scotland will be mostly dry, except in the very far south of Scotland, where there could be some rain or sleet or snow over hills. But most of Scotland will be dry with sunny spells and quite cold there. Then the massive rain through the central swathe. Down in the south, the far south, it's mostly dry with a few sunny spells, but a lot of cloud down in the south, and damp, drizzly conditions as well. Very mild across much of England and Wales, and a big temperature contrast today, interestingly. The south is going to be up to around 13 degrees. The north, though, northern Scotland, will be struggling just 2 or 3 degrees, so it really is properly cold up there, but it's not going to last much longer. We get through into tonight, and that rain will be clearing away to the east, although we'll probably keep some showery, patchy rain going across southern counties. The central northern parts of the country, it will be a cold night, and of course, after all of the rain, we do have to worry a little bit about ice across the Northern Ireland and Northern England, I think, so some icy patches around on untreated roads and pavements tonight for that central part of the country. Temperature going down to close to freezing there. Scotland going down below freezing, probably to around -2 or -3, but southern parts of England will stay very mild again tonight, with temperatures holding up at around 7 or 8 degrees. Now we move through into Sunday, and we start to bring a weather front northwards across the country. So we'll start off with sunny spells across Scotland and Northern England. It will be cold and frosty, maybe some ice around as well. We'll have cloud and patchy rain down in the south, and that's going to all push northwards. I think it'll turn into quite a cloudy day across many parts of the country during the course of Sunday. The west will have heavier rain across Northern Ireland and western Scotland. We'll find heavier pulse of rain pushing through during the day. Temperatures will be a little bit on the cool side, especially in the north, so around 5 or 6 degrees there. In the south, we'll probably be up to around 8, 9 or 10, so quite mild down in the south of the country. For Monday, we're finding weather system coming northwards across the country again, so I think we'll find after a dry start, probably with a lot of cloud across the country, find another pulse of rain coming into Ireland, Wales and southwest England through the course of the day. Many other places will stay dry, but I think we'll keep a lot of cloud around on Monday with only very limited sunny spells. Temperatures in the north again fairly cool up there at around 5 or 6 degrees. Much of England and Wales though up to around 10 or 11 as the wind is starting to push up from the south and southwest. That's a sign of things to come. We go through into Tuesday. We have that first band of showery rain pushing northwards and eastwards across the country overnight, Monday into Tuesday. So Tuesday could start off on a damp start. Most of that will shove its way northwards. They'll have a drier start and then probably another bout of rain coming into Ireland, Wales and southwest England by the end of the day. Temperatures lifting up, so in the south we're probably going to be up to around 12 or 13 degrees again by Tuesday, so that's mid-50s Fahrenheit, very mild. In the north, temperatures will be lifting up there as well. Probably quite a cool start, but I think it will turn milder through the day, with temperatures even across Scotland rising to around 8 or 9 by the end of the day. And then we're setting up an exceptionally mild spell of weather as we go through into Wednesday. If you follow the isobars back, the areas again originating from the Azores. It has done so often through this December. So we're going to find further cloud across the country. I think there will be a lot of cloud with these balmy southwesterly winds. Few limited bright or sunny spells and probably a fair amount of rain across Scotland, particularly on Wednesday morning. Otherwise, it's just damp, dreary type conditions. But the temperatures are the main talking point. I think it could be up to around 14 or 15 degrees down in the south. That's around 59 Fahrenheit. Maybe a bit higher than that in the north. We're going to be up to around 10 or 11, so even across northern Scotland it will be turning significantly milder. And no end to this as we go through into Thursday. Look at this again, drawing up this very, very mild southwesterly wind. We're probably bringing a weather front in towards Scotland and Northern Ireland, so I would suspect there'll be some cloud and outbreaks of rain up there. But England and Wales probably, again, fair amount of dry weather, lots of cloud, few limited bright or sunny spells. Temperatures, the main talking point. We could potentially be up to 16 or even 17 Celsius by the time we go through to Thursday. That's around 61 to 63 Fahrenheit. It's more like the average temperature in May or September rather than December. So just exceptionally mild, and I'm not sure what the date records are for these days, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if we are breaking date records by the time we get through to the middle part of the week. And then we go through into Friday. We end the week still on a very mild note, perhaps not quite as mild. There'll probably be some sort of cold front coming down across the country Thursday night into Friday. So Friday may be a little bit cooler, but still very mild, with a lot of dry weather, and maybe a bit more in way of sunshine coming through on Friday as well. So potentially a very pleasant, almost spring-like feeling day, with temperatures of around 14 degrees perhaps. Later on, this area of low pressure out to west will possibly start to bring cloud and rain into the southwest once again, and that probably sets us up for a very unsettled spell next weekend. I think the rainfall could increase as we go into next weekend, as we start to bring deeper areas of low pressure in off the Atlantic. That may cut off this very balmy tropical southwesterly flow though, so it could turn a bit cooler next weekend. Not cold, but could turn a little bit cooler, and turning increasingly wet and windy, so maybe have to start thinking more about flooding again as we run up towards Christmas, and possibly some severe gales as well running up towards Christmas. I think there's hints this morning of quite a stormy run up to the Christmas holiday. Finally, having a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, just so you can see weather in your area over the next 7 days. So there's the swathe of rain through central parts of the country through the course of today. Mostly dry with a lot of cloud down in the south, mostly dry and colder for Scotland. If you like cold weather, do get up to Scotland, because it does feel proper winter up there at the moment. It's not going to last into the week though. We move through into Sunday, and it could be a lot of dry weather, but I think it's going to be quite cloudy. Again, fairly cold in the north, becoming pretty mild down in the south. And then moving through into Monday, a band of rain coming up from the south and west through the course of the day, introducing milder air. And then really through the rest of the week, it's a case of showery bands, particularly in the north and the west, the south and east, probably always getting the driest of the weather. Temperatures increasing through the course of the week. So by the time we go through to Thursday, we really are exceptionally mild, possibly breaking records. And then perhaps a little bit cooler with more and more sunshine as we get through to Friday. Maybe starting to turn a bit stormy over the weekend and running up towards Christmas. So in summary, well, we've got a little bit of a wintry feel across the far north today, particularly for Scotland. So if you like cold weather, enjoy it up there. It's not going to last as we get into the week, because the trend through the week is going to be for increasing temperatures, becoming exceptionally mild by the middle part of the week. And there'll be further bands of rain coming through. And I'm not too alarmed about these bands of rain this week. I don't think they're going to be too bad. But of course, because we've had so much rain, it only takes little bits really to start to raise those river levels again. So throughout the week, although I'm not seeing any suggestion for a torrentially wet period, throughout the week, if you live in a prone area, I would keep an eye on things just in case these bands of rain tip the river levels over the edge a little bit. But further rain coming through and exceptionally mild by midweek. That's your weather for the weekend. That's all for now then, and thanks.